Good morning, my little chickens. How are you? It is a very special, exciting Sunday because as of today, I have had the Cowboy King on lock for 365 days. Woohoo! Anniversary Sunday! Also, I slept on my ear again last night and it is now all red again, and it was just finally to a point where I could flip it and flop it and it was fine. And then I rolled over in the middle of the night apparently and got that sucker again, so ignore it. It has been the craziest, but absolutely without a doubt, the best year of my life. I mean, how could it not be? I feel like we need to give a recap and just really revel in the fact that things can change really quick. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? I met my amazing, show-stopping, wonderful boyfriend Neil a year ago today in person. Now, we had met online, so obviously I knew he existed before I met him in person, but we lived 3.5 hours away from one another. So we did not meet actually face to face until over a month after we had initially met, and he finally was able to make his way to St. Louis to see me. And let me tell you guys, I've never been so nervous for something in my entire life. He showed up and he got out of his truck, and typically our typical dynamic is that I am very outgoing and he is very shy, right? Somehow he showed up and he got out of that truck, you guys. My whole world flipped around. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to talk to him. I didn't know how to here's a man that I just spent genuinely the last month and a half of my life getting to know, completely has warped my brain chemistry, and he's now finally in front of me and I don't know what to say. I was so incredibly nervous. I'm gonna be honest, I was already madly in love with this man at this point. There was nothing you could have told me that would convince me that this man wasn't my soulmate. Sorry, I was right, but it was the weirdest sensation of my entire life, and I've never once ever, I don't think, been that nervous. So very first time I ever met this man, he comes all the way to St. Louis, spends less than 24 hours at my apartment, and I mean, I'm not kidding. I knew immediately